One of the key tools to making standards-based grading effective is the item bank. The item bank is just a graphic organizer for making sure faculty have examples of items or tasks at standard and approaching standard, and making sure that they have agreement on what constitutes an item that's at standard or approaching. So to make this work, we often just keep a graphic organizer with the standard on the left and then two levels of boxes on the right, 3.0 item and a 2.0 item. Having faculty sit down and work through collecting samples for what a 3.0 item would look like and sound like and feel like, and what a 2.0 item would look like and sound like and feel like, is extremely helpful for the following reasons. A teacher can go into an item bank and pull items to use in class as samples for do-nows, right? Or bell ringers. Teachers can also pull them for use on quizzes or on assessments, something that they can use and return to as samples to make sure they're actually getting evidence at standard or approaching. And last but not least, when districts do this or buildings do this, they can use an item bank to build a variety of common assessments, things that we can all agree, this is the expectation at standard, and this is what we would be looking for to diagnose what's approaching. That's the dominant reason. But there's more. When I build a high-quality item bank with 3.0 and 2.0 items, I can be strategic about diagnosis. So for example, I might have two 3.0 items for a number sense standard. And I might see a pattern with students performing in a similar way each time on those 3.0 items. Now I might have a choice of 10 2.0 items. And I might see, I keep picking the same ones. And a child, let's say, does very well on my 2.0 items, but keeps only getting partial highs on my 3.0 item. What do I do? Well, we could start with going into those 2.0 items and saying, well, the ones they always get right, let's replace one of those with something that aligns to the part of the 3.0 item that they keep getting wrong. There's something about that standard. Maybe it's a standard where they're asked to solve problems, and what this one part of the standard is asking them to do is think about or evaluate the strategy that they used. Maybe I don't have a 2.0 item that's actually asking them to do that. What our strategy could be is to put that item in, use it in the classroom more, use it in the quizzes more, so that the child is actually practicing that part of the standard more often. And then the expectation would be we could look at the performance on the 3.0 item, where we know that's included because all of the standard is there, and we can show improvement in student performance in that standard strategically based on the data.